Ooh, that's a bit extravagant.
Jazz hands.
We're out in nature today with the one, the only wiseboy Jeremy. Hi, Void Basement crew. Welcome to the podcast. We decided to do it in a different spot, as you can see. It's a little bit different than the stereotypical basement you know and love. I guess if you are somebody who's, down bad, very homeless, this could be your basement, but, for us, thankfully, this is just a podcast scene. We're here with the one, like I said, the one, the only wise boy.
Hello.
This is the Redux, this is the redo. Part 2, not many guests have crossed this line, so, wise boy, we fuck with you hard.
I'm happy, I'm grateful.
So, we had to do some different shit. We had to travel to where you be at lately, which we'll get into. And get to it, man. How you been? How has things been since the last podcast?
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been like almost 2 years.
Holy shit, really?
Literally we've been at this for 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while now.
Dropped some music in between, lived some life, traveled a little in between. So.
Do a little bit of shit.
Definitely in a better spot, I feel like.
Overall as an artist or just like...
As a person.
As a person?
Yeah.
Okay, damn. Growth and development.
I'd say the same.
Well, let me ask you this. Why are we still children, bro? How did that come? You kind of touched on it. The Deer podcast, you teased it a little bit. You gave us a sampler, which, you even use that in the intro. For those who haven't listened yet, go click the fucking link in the bio.
Right. It's cool that you peeped that, too, that I put the...
Yeah, of course. How did Still Children, get started? How did it come to be since that last podcast? What was the timeline from then to now?
Well, from then to now, that was when I was dropping Afterthought. And then a couple months later, I had ended up dropping a small project called Fuck Your Endorsements.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted that to be my momentum to go into the year 2021. And then right before that, I ended up having my hard drive crash.
Oh,
and then I kind of lost everything.
That.
And my momentum was kind of shot, but I still tried to, keep...
Had a Kanye moment, lost the fucking laptop.
I tried to keep my ideas going and everything, and throughout the year, I was playing with different concepts and names and projects, and I ended up getting a few songs for each one, and then ended up scrapping it. And then at the end of 2021, there was a project that I had that I got 10, 11 songs deep into, and I was just I still don't like it. And then Still Children came because it's
What didn't you like about it?
It just wasn't right. It's not really to say the songs weren't good or the concept wasn't, I couldn't capitalize off of it, but it just didn't feel right.
Did it feel maybe too marketable, or maybe was it more just it was just bland?
It felt forced. It felt like I was kind of making...
it felt forced.
Hard.
So after I ended up doing away with that, I was like, okay, well, what's missing? Why do I keep doing away with these projects? And I was like, well, I don't want to overthink it. And I feel like as children at heart, you don't overthink anything. You kind of just take the world head on, and you don't judge anybody, you know what I'm saying? Everything is kind of pure. So I was like, let me just do what I love, and let me just make songs and make music and just do whatever. And then it just felt natural.
There is a vibe that people, or a thing people say about children is they're the only ones that can see ghosts. Because they're the ones unjaded by life.
Animals,
literally.
Children.
So sometimes taking a step back and even a more childish approach could lead to a bigger breakthrough, and that I guess that's what Still Children represents to you.
In a way, it's cool that you interpreted it like that. I feel like everybody had a different definition of what it was. So,
well, definitely, I'm going to get into more of a track by track analysis here in the Concrete Jungle, people. Woo! But what would you say the reception was for the project? You said everybody had a different take, so that's good. Do you think people are thinking about it?
I think overall a lot of people liked it. There was a few people that felt like some of my peers, they told me maybe it could have had a little bit of more, more energy to it and everything. They felt like it was real laid back, but other than that, the reception has been overall positive,
I could see that comparison. Obviously people sometimes they want that litty track, club banger.
Children aren't really playing club bangers.
Right, that's
why with Jeremy club banger? I don't necessarily know. You do. I think you take on features that are usually very more hype.
I feel like that definitely describes it. If I'm on somebody else's shit, then I'll hop on whatever. But if it's mine, it's it's usually intentional. I want to kind of
do more introspective and creative writing. So what would you say? So you would say the reception was overall people just want a hype track from you. But it was a good I've never seen so many people post you up. It was honestly shocking.
Everyone's profile
you are probably one of the 3 people we've ever had on the show that's actually grown to the point where it's damn, bro, you started your podcast still gets new views and shit.
Yeah,
so, like,
facts.
it's
People
crazy.
still be watching that episode.
That's fire.
So yeah, I mean, it's great to see where you've been. I would like to honestly know what in rap makes you feel like jaded at the moment. Like, what are the challenges you're facing now?
It's crazy because the intro was called Jade, which everybody.
I had to ask, because I kind of was listening to that, and that song it describes a lot of things that a lot of rappers go through. But I want to know for you, what is really making Wiseboy Jeremy jaded, bro?
Well, it was kind of like just a drawback. Unironically, that was the first song that I made, and usually the intro is never the first song that I make. But
yeah, I'm the same way.
That was the first song I made, and I was like, this has to be the intro. And I was going over a lot of things like stuff that's going on with people around me, my relationship, and how I feel like I've just changed as a person since my last body of work and stuff like that. Stuff with my parents and my family life and everything. So it kind of was all entitled into this kind of just like, the beat was kind of like bouncy, and I'm just like going around it. So it didn't feel like a depressive episode, you know what I mean?
It wasn't. Right. It seems more of just like a statement, and that's
right. And that's what it was intentional. I wanted to be able to speak stuff that's in my heart and mind and not make it seem like it. You know what I mean?
That one needs a video too. But we'll get into the videos in a minute here, folks. I really want to know. So you would say your jadedness comes from maybe your everyday life?
Yeah, everything around me, I feel like.
So the industry's been treating you well, you would say? But to say, man, I don't know, because the last time I checked, it was fucking your endorsement. So you would say maybe it's changed a little bit, like maybe you're more open to. Well, we're gonna get into the reason I'm asking this is because I really want to know why Wiseboy been out in NYC.
I feel like it's a community here. I'm definitely tapping in with a lot of people.
I'm not saying industry to mean like motherfucking the dude from Big Time Rush, Gustavo. Right. I'm talking like just like you said, a community. Do you feel New York City is where you want to progress, or New York City is where you're getting the most action recently?
I mean, I could definitely see that happening. Like I'm still gonna be a New Jersey-based artist probably forever. But
for sure, yeah.
A lot of people that'll reach out to me, or vice versa, it'll be like, oh, I'm based in New York, and then it's kind of like it's really a whole scene out here, and I got a lot of artists that I'm cool with that are based out here or like travel here frequently, and it's like a common ground for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like this is a meeting ground for a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah, where would you say some of your what were some of the artists? I mean, shout them out. We got them. I'm sure we got them here right now.
Shout out to Lord Sco, and
shout out Lord Sco.
Definitely some stuff coming with us. I'm on his album that's coming out. Frank Sativa, who's from. I know he stays in LA a lot. I forgot where you're from. I'm so sorry, but I just linked up with him. Shout out Wakai, who's on my album. We had tapped in New York, and he's from down south. A couple producers I know out here, Crybaby, Arlo, you know what I'm saying? And there's many more if I'm forgetting some, but those are just like the ones that come to my mind right now.
Shout out to what about the city is inviting besides the community? Like, what are some of your favorite go-to spots? Like, what do you want to do here? You want to record here?
I'm actually not big on recording out here.
It's expensive as fuck, I'll tell you that much.
There's this low-key spot that I know of, but I'm kind of like, it's not my favorite place to record, I'll tell you that, kind of just like the atmosphere, but I mean, it's cool. I feel like it's a last option, but videos out here are definitely a must.
I mean, why do you think we're out here, guys?
Yeah.
I brought this idea to Jeremy because I was just like, dude, I see that you're in New York City every other week. I mean, a lot of your videos, like your newest one, local traveling, that is going to be out in New York City. If you haven't seen the preview for that, we'll get into Eightfold here in a minute, but man, the city, you're right, the city is so fucking beautiful. Just
literally.
like, I felt, I had taken a picture over at the Oak Bridge for all my New York heads, and I had seen like just the potential of a podcast shoot, but I really didn't know how to capture it. And then I saw then when you dropped the Still Children album cover,
right.
probably like 2 weeks later, I'm like, bro, I've seen this in my brain before. I was like, we need to get on this rock.
And shout out to Amani Starks. She's amazing. The art, like I just gave her a few little details, and she just kind of took it to that level, and it was just amazing. So
I would love to know, who was all the features and snippets on the album? Because for those who haven't listened, basically the album has a lot of like snippets, just kind of honestly stating, where Jeremy's at a lot of times, or what the song is kind of going to touch on. For like, it's very introspective, like you were saying, and we're a snippet. We kind of were the hype people for the beginning. We let that train go. So it's like who are all on the snippets, and how'd you get into your management too? I seen that you're now managed, so I'd love to know about all that stuff.
As far as the snippets and everything, I kind of just like to make my projects like a cohesive piece rather than just songs placed together, and within the songs I want to kind of like you said, give a little inkling to where I'm at right now. So of course I had to interview theVoidbasement. That was like you know what I'm saying? We have one more for the Wiseboy camp when you play the UG video, and then as soon as you say that, Jade comes on, because it's like, this is everything new. And then on the second song, I had a little clip from my guy Mello, who like drove past me, and he was like, yo, drop the fucking album. And I called him, I'm like, yo, can you do that again so I can record it? And he did, and I'm like, yo, this is perfect.
That's what I'm saying. It's like telling you, it really tells where you're at per that song. Like, it definitely is it's a timeline in a way, right?
Right. As far as my manager, shout out Trinity, definitely, she reached out to me. She said that she wanted to be on the team, like what can I do to help and everything, and then we kind of just like went back and forth and kind of explained, worked out some stuff, and we're working on a lot right now to reaching out to like curators and blogs locally and a lot out in the city and stuff like that. So I'm definitely thankful for what.
Are they New York based as well? Shout out to you, Trinity.
No, she's up in Boston, I believe. Boston,
holy shit! Yo, you really about to be traveling local in an expressive way, but damn. Let's talk about that. That's going to be the last video for Still Children, you think?
Traveling local? No, it's going to be the first actually.
Well, I mean, isn't the other song? I think UG's on there, right?
Right, you're right. What we did UG, Eyes so far.
And Eyes, yeah.
Right. So as far as post rollout goes, it is going to be the first.
Oh, okay,
but,
okay.
Yeah. And then we do have a video for Jade on the way.
Oh, predictive. First here, yo. First here.
Sun coming out, as you said that.
Yeah, beautiful. The sun is rising, people.
The sun is rising.
Now, how did that video, Traveling Local, come to be? Since that's the one that's announced. I ain't gonna try to crack the Jade video. I would love to know, are both of them with Eightfold?
One of them is Traveling Local and Jade is actually with Poozy, so I'll announce that here. So, yeah, it's in the works right now, so we're just waiting on it to be done and fine tuning and stuff like that. But Traveling Local was, it was Mac's idea. He called me and he was like, he wanted a video for Testimony that's on the project, and he was super stayed on that. And then I sent him another version of Traveling Local where I had added synths and a hook to the song, and then he called me, he's like, yo, what did you do? This is amazing. Like, we have to do a video for this one, like I can imagine it and everything. And then we planned it out, and it took a while to come together actually, but when we finally got out here.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, like, to do a video in New York City is a fucking hassle.
Yeah, and we wanted to do a bunch of different locations, so it was kind of like tedious and everything.
What was that day like? What was it like? You got here, what, like 9 in the morning type deal?
I want to say we got here about 12:1 maybe.
Obviously that video comes out, I think, does that come out before this podcast?
Sunday, yeah. Comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it'll be
it'll already be out. So yeah, we can talk about where it's located then. I mean, it's still gonna be a spoiler for me, but I know you people want to know the gritty. Like, so where did the video take place?
Some of the main shots were Hamilton, New Jersey, West 4th Station in Soho in New York. We shot in Brooklyn. We shot at Central Park, where we are right now, just at a different location because it's just
so many
huge.
places in Central Park.
A couple locations in Central actually, and I think there was another subway that we shot at that wasn't West 4th, but and we shot in Manhattan too. So it was definitely a lot of locations.
Dang, that's a lot of cinematography. I can see why it took so long. When did you guys shoot this? About maybe a few months ago or recently?
This was 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
Wow, dang, you guys are churning like crazy out on Eightfold Studios. So who is Eightfold Studios? Can we get to know of that? Because they did from 0 posts to like 80 posts. Like what's going on? Like, you gotta shout these people out. Like, I gotta know.
It's actually a little under wraps right now, but Eighth World is a creative collective, and you'll definitely see a lot more like in the future.
Oh my
but
God.
it's definitely like kind of on the hush.
I know
it's
there's
on
a lot going on.
Can we just ask, are you involved with them? Is that even allowed?
I can't comment on it.
Oh, damn. Well, the video might tell us more that we need to know. I want to
watch the video.
You know, the only critique I have of Eightfold is, what the hell, man? I'm a little bit thick, bro. I want to get a thick boy size so I can get some Eightfold, bro. I felt mad excluded. I'm like, there's no Big Mac size? That's crazy.
Hey, like I said, I may or may not be behind the scenes with everything that goes on. So,
well, if you see these Eightfold if you see these cold people, you better let them know. All right, I want a Big Mac size, so I can rip out the shirt like a WWE wrestler.
Definitely.
I think now's a great time to announce the podcast. We've been really hyping this episode up, and it's for good reason. We're about to announce one of ourselves, Basement Best 3. Yup.
Wow, I'm honored.
I said it. It's coming July 23rd, right?
July 23rd.
We're gonna stream it for you if you're, out of the country. It's gonna have tons of people. I'll be not sharing all the people right
Yeah,
away.
give us some time, but
This is just the announcement, because
We'll
if you
get
made it 15 minutes into this podcast, you're a real one.
The birds
You're a
have
void.
joined
You're a
us.
respectable void member,
we got
and you
3
should know.
birds right here for Basement Fest 3.
Yes.
Yeah, there's new designs, new items in the merch shop.
Yeah, we're gonna have hot drops.
Another
Don't spoil any
series.
details, but we got some hot drops.
I can spoil those details.
Fucking Twisted Towers, bro.
For IRL, it'll be $5. Wiseboy will be performing. I will
Yeah.
spoil that, and I will be performing as well.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Wow.
and I think,
Don't
I think that's all I can say.
Yeah.
Before Bros beats me the fuck up
Yeah.
after this. So, it's an honor to have you, Wiseboy, in the concrete jungle.
Honor to be here.
I would like to know one thing, though.
I got a couple questions for you too.
Yeah, for Basement Fest 3, I'll let Rose take the stick.
Speaking of Basement Fest 3, I was
Right.
I was trying to think about some Basement Fest related questions. And I was wondering if you have a distinct preference between making music or performing music. Because I feel like those are 2 very different.
Yeah, that's a good
spaces.
question.
Wow. As far as preference goes, I don't know. I've fell in love with making music first, but recently performing has been so
Yeah, I
fun.
feel like
and
you
it's
can't-
That is
Compare.
literally, that is my exact vibe, because
Yeah.
I used to think performing was the worst part.
right.
But I'm like, dude, when you're just playing the shit you've worked
Yeah, when
hard
you're
as fuck to
present
make,
like that, yeah.
it's like most people when they're in school, just as an example, most people when they're in school, they don't like presenting what they work on.
Right.
Me, I'm the opposite. I want you to see this shit.
And it's like a different energy, because
Yeah,
us
it's
home studio heads, it's like we make music by ourselves, we
Yeah,
listen by
it's
ourselves.
your
So
shit, yeah,
when you
it's your
share it
shit.
with a crowd and everything, and you see their energy being reimbursed back to you, it's kind of like a beautiful thing. So I think I'm more in love with performing right now, but
does
making
that
music
mean
is-
you're gonna
Yeah, I
maybe
feel like it's a
expand?
fluid.
You're gonna
thing.
expand your albums to be more thematic with a live visual kind of thing, because Still Children, I would say it has qualities that make it very music video like.
Right.
And I'm excited to see the performance at Basement Fest 3. I mean, that's
It's definitely going to be a
very
lot of
hype.
Still Children.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely.
Do you think so? Let me ask you this: do you think your process clearly you would say has changed since Fuck Your Endorsements
Oh, for
to
sure.
social?
Yeah,
How has it changed?
yeah.
And would you say you like, or which album do you like better? I mean, you don't have to share, but
Still Children for sure. I
Okay.
feel like Still Children is my introduction in a way. Kind of, if you know a lot of the work that I dropped in the previous years, but I
this
definitely
was the
had
one that took the work.
Yeah, I had a lot more eyes on me coming around dropping this project, so this is the first body of work
Yeah, it's
that
almost a debut.
people have got from me. So I wouldn't have had it any other way. I'm super happy that it was Still Children at this time. Everything seemed perfect, the time I dropped it, and then the rollout around it and stuff like that. So I'm
Damn.
definitely proud of it.
Also,
So, what was the process change?
yeah.
I definitely write faster now.
Oh, okay. So you definitely improved, you would say?
And I'm more transparent. Like I said with Jade, it was before. I felt like it was kind of if I want to talk about these melancholic topics, it has to be a certain type of mood that I have to come with.
Yeah,
but
you
now it's
gotta build
I think I know why too, because let me give y'all a story time. So probably 2 months ago, I think you were previewing a lot of shit. We had done a random ass freestyle stream. You were just
Right.
bored as hell.
Yeah.
And I think you were previewing a lot of the beats for Still Children, in the very beta stages.
right.
So you will not be able to see that VOD. Haha, L.
Yeah, that bothers me.
But-
I think I have to save, but it's in the
In that
archives.
video, I was just constantly demanding you started TikTok. So
He said, bro, get on TikTok, get on TikTok.
I'm like, Wiseboy, get on TikTok. And the second, I'm
man hopped
taking
on
credit.
TikTok.
I don't give a fuck, yo. I'm taking credit because the second you got on there, what has happened on TikTok? Do you like TikTok? And
I got mixed emotions about TikTok. I do.
my reason for bringing this up is because in your TikToks, a lot of times you're talking a lot of shit about what you hate about your current life, and you're very open.
Right,
And
right.
I think that honestly is what helped you open up in your music. Because
Definitely.
You're kind of out for blood now. You're trying to make it. You don't give a fuck no more, and that's why we respect
Full
it.
send.
I love TikTok as a platform. It definitely put me in front of a lot of new eyes and everything. And there was a couple people that were just nagging me to get on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Oh
There's so
yeah,
many people that
obviously,
were
you know,
telling us
I'm
to
just
get on
digging
TikTok.
you.
Yeah,
Right, on
literally.
TikTok.
And I avoided it for so long and everything, and I was just nah, I don't want to touch it because I already had put stuff on it last year, but it didn't work out. And then I kind of found out how to catch the algorithm, and then I kept fucking with it.
It's a
And
skill.
I
It's a
just noticed
skill,
your
yeah.
Twitter videos were doing good, but they weren't doing good enough, and I'm like,
Right,
bro.
it wasn't, and I don't even post on Twitter like that anymore. I do want to start again, but there was a
Twitter's so
time.
toxic to me, bro.
Man, Twitter's a war zone all the time, bro.
I
It's
can't do
just
Twitter,
why?
I also have a question related to your creative process, just a little like fun fact kind of thing. Is there one thing that you feel like is like crucial to your process, like either something you have to have around you or like something you have to do?
I feel like this is kind of vague, but I have to be comfortable. Like
no,
it's just,
I feel like that's
I feel like that's
you can't have so no randoms in the still.
I mean, I don't mind, you know, as long as I'm, you know, comfortable.
Yeah, as long as
I think my best products come when I work by myself. So I'd say for my process, I just need to be AFK by myself, no one bothering me.
Yeah, when you be recording, I just like go upstairs.
I'll literally do 50 takes. I'll do 50 takes just to say fuck the right way.
No, literally, you know.
And like, not everybody wants to sit through that. Like, I'm not trying to have random sit through that. So I get uneasy.
I mean, it depends. You know, I've seen people that will take hours to record one verse, and I've seen, like, for example, Wakai, who's on the project, he'll hear a beat and he'll write it within like 5-6 minutes. He'll go record it first take. He's like, yeah, this is done. Yeah, and I can't fathom that because I have to get it perfect.
That's how Von Dutch is, everybody. When I
Von Dutch is crazy.
He takes one take and then there's like, I can do it better, and then the second take is just not as good, and then the first take is like what we end up keeping. And I'm like, yeah, you're just a first take kind of guy.
Yeah, nah, I've been working with Von heavily. I'm not gonna speak too much on what we have coming, but
that's the secret information.
Yeah.
Hey, be there at Basement Fest 3, bro. I gotta plug it now.
Literally.
A lot of shit going down.
I guess let me ask you one more question about Basement Fest 3 while we, got the audience.
On the topic.
Do you have any preferences for how the show goes? Like, would you want any, like, what as an artist
as a performer,
can we do to make it better?
What do you think is
because I'm always down for criticism. You can blow my shit. I don't even care, bro. I know it's from the heart.
My main thing with a lot of shows I've done is just really sound quality. Like, everything else is true. But as long as the sound shit is good, right? As long as that's cool and taken care of, then I'm fine. You know?
Luckily, with our venue people, we got the legendary Nick from Sis.
Shout out Nick.
Our personal sound tag, honestly, man. This man grinds
Nick
fucking.
is a legend.
He makes Congo drums, bro. So you know.
We owe you so much, bro.
We really do.
God bless you.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about Basement Fest 3.
Yeah,
I would like to know.
Leave it at that.
Be there. Please be there.
Why is Jersey so hard to progress in, bro? Do you have any changes for that?
There's so much out here, bro.
Because from my perspective, Jersey's so hard to progress in because everybody everybody cuts each other badly. Like, we don't ever cooperate as a community.
I feel like Jersey is very crabs in a bucket.
Yeah, like you're literally fighting.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much drama at all these shows sometimes.
Word, but I mean, I got, like I said, I always want to be a Jersey-based artist. I don't want to like leave anywhere.
That's where we come in. I mean, that's where the Void comes in, bro. We're the first to probably not do that. Like, there's a few other promotion companies like Life and Friends and shit. The Thing That's Crew. They've been really promoting a lot of good work, but it's just we gotta build the community up, man, because we get clapped by Philly and New York every single year.
Right. Research for TikTok.
Like, there's a reason we're
things to do in social media is finding your people and like.
There's a reason we're shooting here, bro. It's like, the fuck, there ain't shit in Jersey to shoot like this, man.
Yeah, bro. There's like one bridge.
I think Jersey in itself needs to actually promote the arts more too, because
I feel like
all they promote is gambling and the shore.
And cannabis.
It's like here they promote any museum you could think of.
Yeah, there's so much art in the city. Right?
That is true.
Really great.
The city
but
is
I also
art.
feel like the history is just so different. Like New York City as an entity and New Jersey in its entirety as an entity are just so different.
Right, definitely.
Like, there's a lot of pockets in Jersey, I feel like, but New York's just like one big ass fucking.
Jersey needs some work, bro. And what would you say what would you say some of your favorite artists are right now, just out of curiosity?
From Jersey or like in general?
In general, I mean, a lot of mine are from Jersey, surprisingly, you know. I'd be listening to y'all motherfuckers' music all day doing this shit.
Man, who have I been listening to? I've been listening to a whole bunch of different people.
Yeah, I've been going through a lot of sure now.
Yeah, I go through phases where I'm just like listening to it. Like, I'm like a sponge, so if I see something cool on somebody's Instagram story, I'll just download the song.
I'm one of the only people I know who actually goes and clicks that link in bio.
No, I'd be like...
some of the artists right now, Ricky Monique, who just dropped your EP, she's like super underground and she's fucking fire.
Okay.
Mavi's up there for me. I've been bumping a lot of Mavi.
Oh, I love Mavi, bro. And shout out to Mike too.
Oh my god, I love Mike.
If Deer ever makes a Mike beat, I think he'll complete his journey, bro. Like, that is like the quest, yo. His beat is perfect for him.
Mavi, Mike are up there. Kendrick just dropped, so I've been streaming that heavy.
Yeah, that album's incredible, bro. Honestly, I see some Still Children vibes in Kendrick's music. I'm not gonna say he leaps off you, but low-key he might have leaps off you, bro. I'm just saying, you might need to get those copyrights in.
Yaya Bay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if
all the YSL people dropping. Y'all have been putting out mad music, so I gotta throw my love to the YSL crew.
Definitely.
Y'all are crazy.
But yeah, everything. I'm kind of just like, like I said, I'm a sponge, so if it sounds cool, then, I'm listening to it.
So, all right, so you're still open to all types of music. That's good to know. I mean, honestly, like, with music, this is really your shit. Like, do you watch TV or movies or anything like that?
TV, no. If I get a good movie recommendation, then yeah, I'll try to find time to watch it.
Because the wiseboy Twitter be having some inside jokes that I don't get because I don't watch any movies or TV. So I think you're into more movies, right? Like Marvel shit.
I hate Marvel.
Yo, wait. So how does you and your shorty survive then? That's crazy.
She wants me to watch everything, like in chronological order or like in the order that the movies came out, and I definitely want to do it one day just to share that moment with her.
Yeah,
but I kind of just have something against like long drawn out movies, and Marvel tend to be like 3-4 hours.
Like an hour and a half.
Who are you telling me? Yeah, I think that's all music heads. Period, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this little bird. There'll be a blooper in this podcast of Wiseboy and me petting a turtle because
Turtles are great.
And
there's a turtle crawling behind us too, like coming back on.
Holy shit, it's your friend, bro.
It's his friend. What was your favorite song about the album?
Oh man, probably Leanna's song.
Oh wow, really? That was honestly like, I overlooked that one at first. I might have to give that one. Why do you like it so much?
Just because of how everything came together. I feel like that was one of my more transparent songs in my catalog, and I definitely feel like when I got Dow on the hook, shout out to her, she's amazing at what she does. She kind of just brought everything together, and
Holy shit! So that's gonna be a video too, maybe? Huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
Where from here?
Where from here?
Yeah, like what's next for the Wiseboy train?
Right. Well, definitely doing a couple shows. Basement Festival is one of them, so please be there.
Hey, all the shows, bro. You better be at all of them.
I got a couple shows. I got a collab album coming. Yes, I'm performing here. So if you are a New York head, I'll be out here in Brooklyn on June 30th.
Anybody on the bill that we should need to know about? Or is it just all underground?
Lord Scholes performing. So shout out to him.
Fuck.
He's actually the one that connected us and helped me get a spot on it. So thank you for that. Because I was telling him,
Lord Scholes, you're putting some good fucking talent out there. I appreciate you, from Jersey, bro.
And he's crazy himself.
No, I've been seeing on Instagram. He be like, his setup is wild.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, damn, bro, you really about this shit.
What was I saying? Yeah, I got another project coming out this year.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be solely produced by one of my homies from Cali. Shout out to Sweeto. So I can't wait till that comes out. And then
that's the collab project?
The collab project is actually with another artist. So I don't want to say definitely a lot.
No time for Marvel. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Oh my god.
I'll make time though. I have to.
Nice. So, yeah, there's so many hours in
we got 2 albums on the way. We got motherfucking shows for days. You're about to be performing like crazy.
Yeah.
2 music videos. Dang, dude.
On the way. Yep.
So from the Void Basement to your motherfucking basement or whatever you watch this, if you shit and watch this, that's good for me. I'm glad you made it this far.
I'm kind of worried about your health.
Wiseboy Jeremy, still children. Go click the motherfucking link in the bio. I got one more question. We already asked you this, but maybe it changed. What is the scariest moment of your entire life?
We have no hot sauce, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
You get the turtle blooper.
Yeah, you get the turtle blooper.
Oh man. Scariest moment of my life since that day.
Probably the hot sauce, bro.
I took the hot sauce like a champ.
You really did, honestly. You are one of the top people for that. You and you and Rat took it really well too, okay? I can't believe that.
I mean, I wouldn't say this moment was scary. More kind of like, whatever. But it like telling people was kind of like a shock for them. I got stuck in New York.
Oh my god.
I missed the train back, and the last train is usually like 1:30, 2 at the latest. And
2 if it's a Saturday.
Right, and I think it was like a Wednesday. So we kind of got there, and they were just locking up the doors and everything. And I was like, "Is there any way we could get around?" And then he was like, "Nah, last train came." So I'm like, "Fuck!" And then it was me and my boy Jim, and we ended up going to Town Square. And I'm like completely. He has a video where I'm just completely like slumped over, knocked out at 3 a.m. and he's just like smoking, vibing, like whatever.
I'm about to say, this man don't even smoke or drink, so you know that's just pure energy. He had that studio session rocking that night, people.
Yeah, shout out to Frank Sativa, who I was in a session with.
We love you, Frank. But yeah, man, great to have you.
Definitely.
Still children, link in bio.
Please.
Thank you for watching.
I'm gonna go pick up another turtle.
Please.
Stay tapped in. If you need to follow us on twitch.tv/voidbasement. Basement Fest 3 teaser announcement video and all that for all the real ones who actually listen to this. You know early, keep your mouth shut. Big news, big announcements on the way. Thank you. It was an honor, and we'll
Yes, it
hopefully do more stuff like this because
Yeah.
you know the earth is pretty too. But for now, enjoy.
Yes.
There you go.
Hit the look.
Success. Got me a turtle.
Yeah, boy.
He's soaked,
With a turtle.
but the podcast is good, and the turtle is now
Safe.
here to say what's up. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Oh, I'm gonna name him Terrence.
Terrence the
Shout
turtle.
out Terrence.
Terrence the turtle. Yeah.
Yeah.